Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Sportsman's Warehouse and the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we roll along. Already 30 minutes left in the show. It seems like we just started.
30 minutes left in the show and 1 week left in February.
It is. That's amazing.
It is amazing.
And leap year's next Saturday. And so that's why we have saved that next Saturday. That was Dave Gabbard, of course, normally here on the 5th Saturday. But next Saturday we're going to be previewing the Bassmaster Classic, and we have 6 of the contenders on next week's show. We're going to pick our winners. There's the contest going on right now also on Pick the Winners. But a lot of things happening. The National Bird Dogs are going on. Ended yesterday. We will have the champion on the show in 2 weeks. Not the dog, though I probably would be better if I had the dog on than the handler. You know, sometimes you're looking with a blink in your eyes.
Well, I was just, I'm thinking of bird dog names.
I never had a dog on the show before.
You know, it still amazes me how they name them.
Well, we'll talk about that. But we got a gentleman on with us this morning that I've known a long time. First met when he was part of the DU team here in Memphis, and I've seen him and watched him and take off in his career. He's now out in Colorado at Castle Rock, but got a lot of friends still in the Mid-South. And when I mention his name, a lot of you listeners out there will know Chris Dorsey. Good morning, Chris.
Larry, great to be with you. Happy Saturday.
Thank you very much. It seems like yesterday, but I know it hasn't. The career, you owe a lot to Ducks Unlimited. I know you would say that right off the bat.
Absolutely.
But talk about what's going on in the life of Chris Dorsey. This is pretty amazing, folks. When you realize this and what he's done, a biologist, author of 6 books, I can go on and on here. Looking at this preview thing here that I've got. Brandfather, he's called the Brandfather of outdoor television. Wow, you got your own monocle there right there. So
I tell you what, you do it long enough, and that kind of stuff happens, I guess. But I tell you what, Larry, it's so great to hear from you. You know, as I spent about a decade of my life in Memphis, I'd wake up and read your articles, and you did such a great job covering not only Ducks Unlimited, but the entire Mid-South, and brought just such a great conservation perspective to everything. And as a friend of DU, we couldn't thank you enough. And I love Ducks Unlimited. It's a great organization. They've got a fantastic new leader over there. I'm told.
Yes, they do. Adam.
As well.
Yeah.
Adam Putnam is quite a guy from everything I've heard, and I know a lot of people that have met with him. And he's just a terrific fella. And you may or may not know this, but the new CEO of Safari Club International lives in Memphis as well, Laird Hamberlin.
Yes,
and,
yeah.
So
yeah.
Memphis got a lot going on right now. So.
They really do, and but at the same time, I'm happy to get Chris Dorsey on the radio. I don't know. How do you? Are there 4 or 5 of you? But talk about because I saw. Recently, that some of the things that you're doing, it's pretty amazing. I know you got into the Outdoor Legends of the Hall of Fame, Ray Scott Trailblazer Award, the Kurt Gowdy Memorial Award, all these different kind of things. And how do you put a 24? What's a 12-hour day look like for you?
Yeah, it's just been a lot of fun. I think it's one of those deals where if you really love what you do, you really don't work a day in your life. And I've been pretty blessed as you have to kind of do what you love to do. If you can blend vocation and avocation, I think you're winning right there. And we've got a great team around us. We've done a lot of television shows over the years. I think we've been in business now as Orion Entertainment, Dorsey Pictures for about 22 years now. And I think we've done 56 different television series just in the outdoor space, and about an equal number in mainstream cable television, from HGTV, Discovery, History, National Geographic. We've got a new ABC project coming we're kind of excited about. So a lot going on. We've got an IMAX film we're in production on right now, and Ducks Unlimited is a part of that. It's going to be a really, really terrific film on migratory birds in the prairie pothole region of the Western Canada and Dakotas, which is
Yes.
really the big cradle of birds in North America, and kind of very few people seem to know about that area other than maybe duck hunters. So we're going to try and brand that and really tell an amazing story of just how important that region is. And IMAX is such a fantastic format. And the Max McGraw Wildlife Foundation is a key part of that and really a catalyst for bringing that together. And Delta Waterfowl is part of that. So we're excited about that. That's going to be a great project for us. And lots of television going on. I'm still hosting an outdoor show, Sporting Classics.
Yes.
On Outdoor Channel, and it's in syndication as well, and goes up to Canada and Wild TV, and that's been a really fun relationship. Sporting Classics magazine, to me, is, and I'm a recovering magazine editor.
Yes, you are.
Edited Ducks Unlimited magazine and Sports Afield magazine. I just think they do a really fantastic job, and Chuck Wexler and Duncan Grant over there and Wayne Nanny, really a great team, and they build a really high adventure, high caliber magazine. So we went to them to kind of create this television concept. I said, look, I love your magazine. I love everything about it. I'd love to do something kind of in the television realm around your magazine. So we built that out over a year ago and really had a very successful first season. I think about 6 or 7 million viewers in the first season on Outdoor Channel alone before it goes into syndication. So that's been a fun project. I've got a new book coming out here in the next couple of months on big game hunting around the world, and that was a fun project. So lots going on. It's just same old, Larry.
Well, I told that again. We're talking to our good friend Chris Dorsey, President, CEO of Dorsey Pictures, out of Castle Rock, Colorado, but also spent a decade here in Memphis with Ducks Unlimited, and if I'm not mistaken, at season 2. Sporting Classics, July of 2020 coming up.
Exactly, yeah. We literally just got back last week from Brazil. We were
from
doing
Brazil. Okay.
A fun fishing shoot down there. Took the fam down there, and we caught a bunch of these giant catfish. This is a place where they've done 2 or 3 episodes of River Monsters, and it's way, way, way off into the Amazon. So it was really quite an adventure.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This is amazing, Chris. I mean, what did Chris Dorsey want to do when he grew up?
I don't want to grow up. I think that's
there you go. Amen. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, because you got to be doing something that you love here. Was this the ambition to be where you are today? I mean, I know you grew up in a family that loved to hunt and fish and things along that line, but the development here and the ideas, I don't know, how old are the twins now? I mean,
the twins now are just about to be 15. So
golly, okay.
Where did the time go, right?
Yeah, where did the time go? I mean, when you get down to this and everything. But what I really like to talk to you about is the production of these things. I'm the print industry, okay? I grew up, I still get the paper, believe it or not. Now, on some days it doesn't make the yard because it's so small, so, and I'm a magazine man. I've been editors and all these different kind of things. Talk about where are we going here? I mean, because social media, these different kind of things, it seems to me like that you have hit on something here that it has the magazine touch, but at the same time, it's also reaching out to new viewers and new people. Is that your aim?
Like you, I think I'm much like you. I love ink and paper as well, and probably will to my last breath. But things are changing, and I think you've asked a really important question because it's one that nobody really has an exact answer for.
No.
Right now, I could tell you I spent about a week with a guy that runs the biggest media company in the world a couple of months ago in Europe, and we were hunting, and he said, look, we're going to spend $1 billion a year. We're going to lose $1 billion a year launching our streaming platform for the next 6 years.
Yeah.
And
lose $1 billion.
They're going to lose $1 billion a year for the next 6 years, each of the next 6 years. And so that tells you something about, streaming, certainly these Netflix services, Disney Plus, and what's going on with all that. There's a major, major shift happening And I think the good news from content guys like us that are producing content
Yes.
is there's never been more buyers of content out there with all these streaming platforms and cable networks and broadcast networks. But it's changing so rapidly that people are really trying to get their arms around it. So as you get your content today, and even Sporting Classics magazine, I think, has really done a nice job of blending their Sporting Classics daily digital, where you can have video content, and they've got the Instagram growing now. And so everybody's doing this, right? Everybody's realizing, that they've got to sort of expand into these platforms and meet people where they live in media. And that's kind of what's going on right now. And so it's a big shift, and you see it in the outdoor magazines, obviously, and they're trying to grow into digital and other platforms too. But it's a challenge. It really is a challenge, and part of that too is generational.
Oh yeah.
We in television, my masters are basically saying produce television for people who are 25 to 54.
Yes.
And many of those people under 35 are basically cord cutting, going into streaming, going into other platforms. So it's really quite a challenge, and keeps our lives pretty interesting every day.
Well, now you folks out there understand why they call him the grandfather of outdoor television. Okay, I mean the man is busy, and Dave Gabbert.
Yeah, it's just the change, the technology that's available now. Cameras are getting smaller, better, high depth. You're getting shots when you strap a camera on a drone. That you never even thought about. I grew up, years and years, the old American Sportsman series on ABC. I'd hate to be the cameraman that had to lug that camera around.
Well, in those days, we didn't think about these things, and now I look back and, my website, lroutdoors.com, is doing so well, and we're working on a podcast. I'm going to announce it today that we are working on a podcast. Even our show producer doesn't know that. But we're working on that because even at my age, age is not a factor. We're reaching out to a young audience, and but I'm telling you, Chris, all they have to do to find out more information, where do they need to go?
Well, DorseyPictures.com has lots of our shows and lots of news, media, and information on it. So. That's certainly a place they could check it out. But you just mentioned Kurt Gowdy and the American Sportsman.
Yeah.
And that really was my genesis. I mean, I grew up like you guys watching ABC on Sunday afternoons. And here came Kurt Gowdy, a larger than life character in the American Sportsman, and laid out the whole world of adventure, of hunting and fishing, and that planted a deep seed. And later in life, when I wrote a book, Kurt Gowdy wrote the foreword for me, so it was kind of coming full circle. So funny you should bring up his name as well.
Well, I mean, you're a winner of the Kurt Gowdy Memorial Award, and I can still see Kurt Gowdy and Ted Williams out there saltwater fishing. If you said, boy, Kurt Gowdy, that's where I wanted to be. Chris, thank you for taking time in your busy schedule. Again, Chris Dorsey, we are proud of your accomplishments. There's a lot of more things going on. The man has got so many things going on, but he also
he loves it.
He doesn't forget his roots here in Memphis too, and we appreciate that. Kurt,
well, love you guys, and thanks for reaching out, Larry. It's so great to hear your voice again, and keep up the great work.
I'm still vertical. Okay, sometimes it's difficult, but I'm vertical and everything. Chris, thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you down the road. Okay.
Cheers, pal. Bye-bye.
All right, Chris Dorsey. All right, we got to take a break. Come back. The man is just. It's pretty remarkable.
It is. I'm wondering when he has time to sleep.
Well, he's got those twins now, 15. Anyway, let's take a break. We're ready for pun time, and we're ready also for the poem over there. Are you ready, Charles?
I'm ready. Yeah.
All right. Are you ready, Shelby? Are you ready, Dave?
I was born ready.
I was thinking about leaving.
Oh, okay.
Be right back.